Oh yes, well we've got a fine selection of wines ready for Christmas. A few nice Bordeaux. Yeah, good. Oh! Oh! Welcome back to French Countryside Life and a very Merry Christmas. Sorry about that. So Charlie, who is now 7 months old, has gone from this. So last night, or yesterday evening, we had a visitor. Oh, come here. Oh, bloody. So this. He's a lovely, look, who's that? Look. A lovely boy. He's a lovely boy. He's a lovely boy. He is. Come on in, let's go. We've got stuff to do. Okay, so after all that messing about, first thing is the riddle of the day. So, Antony and Cleopatra are found dead on the floor, surrounded by broken glass and water. How did they die? Stick around to the end of the video and all will become clear. Right, on to a more serious subject now. So, if you've got a house in France or you've got a house in the UK that's got a log burner, or you're thinking about, more importantly, if you're thinking about buying a house in France that's the sole source of heating is log burners, you need to know that whatever you think you need in terms of wood, volume of wood, you should double it, because you're always going to run out. Normally at the worst possible time. So wood in France comes in different lengths and is bought by volume. So a cubic metre of firewood, bois de chauffage, is it's called a ster, spelled S-T-E-R-E. You can get it in various lengths. So the smaller the length that you buy it in, the more expensive it is. So if you buy it in metre lengths, it's cheaper than if you buy it in 30 centimetres. So I've just got three more stairs in. The wood store was full up and we've smashed through that so far. So I just bought 3 more stairs, and these are all the bits that were too big to fit into the log burner. So this morning I'm going to chop them up. So chop them and split them so that they can be used. Now the idea of having smaller pieces of wood is that there's more surface area to burn. So you get a great big lump like this, it'll take forever to burn through, and it's difficult to maintain the temperature for the wood to burn efficiently if it's a great big piece of wood like that. So while we're here, let's have a quick chat about chainsaws. Now if you're in a relatively rural area in France, you will need a chainsaw, no doubt about it. You should be treated with a healthy amount of fear and respect, because they will mess you up in short order. It's Charlie barking. He's a big dog now, thinks he's a guard dog. Anyway, yeah, chainsaws. Maintain them, keep a sharp blade. You can sharpen the blades yourself. You don't need to get someone to do it for you. It's relatively easy. I think I've got a video that shows how to do it actually. If I can find it, I'll link it in the description. You don't need a massive chainsaw. This is the Stihl MS170. It's big enough to do the job, and it's powerful enough to do the job. As I say, not just the chainsaw. You'll need a hat to protect your eyes and ears. That's about €50, I guess. Yeah, it's about 50. It's a Stihl one, so it's a good one. Yeah, it's about €50. You'll need a pair of chainsaw gloves and chainsaw trousers. Now, the reason that they're chainsaw trousers is that woven into the fabric underneath the outer is a layer of Kevlar fabric. So what happens is, in the event, please God it doesn't happen, but in the event that you should slip and it goes into your leg, it cuts into the fabric and the little Kevlar fibres bunch up, come around the chain into the sprocket and jam it all up. So that's the idea. As I say, these things terrify me, so I have a healthy respect for them. So hopefully we're going to be safe. So, nothing to it but to do it, so let's get on with it. So that's all the wood chopped up. The bells in the village had just gone off at 12 o'clock, so did that just in time. I'll be running a chainsaw between 12 and 2, as you know. Good, so we'll get this inside in wheelbarrows full. Wheelbarrow, yeah, in the wheelbarrow. And split the wood. That'll be ready for the fire. Let's crack on. Incidentally, let me show you what 3 stairs of wood looks like when it's stacked up. Go and have a look. So there we are, that's 3 stairs of wood. So it's 2 rows. You can see how big that is. I'll clean all that up later as well. So in terms of cost, we're very, very lucky here that the farmer who lives just down the road, he owns a load of land around here with a load of trees on them. So when a tree falls down, he chops them up and sells them, so which is brilliant. So we pay €60 a stair, and that's for the 30 centimetres. It goes from that right up to you buy wood in a in like a DIY store. you could easily pay €180 a steer, easily. But anyway, all right, let's get splitting. Charlie, what's that? Charlie, what's that? What's that? It's bark. Oh, don't give up the day job. Good. So it's after lunch, Charlie and I off for a walk, stretch our legs. So this is our field, right from that fence there, all the way across there. That's all our field. That's where the chickens were, over there, back of the house there. Right, Charlie, you ready? Let's go. Good morning. Good afternoon, I should say. What is it, Charlie? Oh, don't bark at the cat. I know, I'm sorry. Good boy. So this is a good sized cattle shed where the farmer winters the calves and the cows and the heifers. So come on, we're walking. You can see all the calves here. Look. So once we get past the livestock, Charlie can come off his lead and go off and do his thing. Good boy. Good. Yes, Charlie. Yes. Here, Charlie. Yes. Come. So we're almost home. Just going to pop into the field. Charlie likes it in the field. Go on, Charlie. Go on, Charlie. Hey. Good job. Come here. Come in. Charlie. Charlie. See Charlie's tattoo in his ear, look. Should have put me your tattoo, there you go. How about that? We're going to sit down now, are we? I think we should be walking. Walking. Come on, let's walk. Come on. Good job, Charlie. Okay. Worn out? Back home now. Coming in. Yeah, good. Okay, so back in the workshop now. Back to firewood. Bois de chauffage in French. First things first, the ideal moisture content for firewood is between 15 and 20%. Any damper than that and it won't stay alight, or be difficult to keep alight, and a lot of the energy that's in the wood will be used to evaporate the water that's in it. Any drier than that and it will just burn so fast, you won't get the heat out of it that you want for as long as you want. So between 15 and 20%. How do you find how much moisture is in the firewood? Good question, glad you asked. Go onto Amazon or other reputable stores and you buy something called a moisture meter, which is one of them. Good. And what this does, I'll just switch it on. It's got two metal prongs on the end. See that? Two metal prongs. And what you do, get your bit of wood like this, a bit of wood, and you stick the two prongs in. And that gives you a reading. Let me see that. It gives you a reading of how much moisture is in there. What's that showing? 17.7. So it's about bang on. So that's that. Also, just turn this off, save the battery. There you go. Off. Good. So that's that. Now, we know that the wood's the right size in length and it's dry enough to be used. So, secondly, we need to split it down so that there's more surface area so it will burn more efficiently. How do we do that? So we can do it old school with a splitting axe. This is one of these. Now this is a small axe, obviously, but this is a chopping axe. So if you see the, if you can see the profile of that, it's real slim and slim there. Okay. So just imagine that 4 times that size. That would be a splitting axe. And this is, sorry, that's a chopping axe, not a splitting axe. But this is a splitting axe. Now if you look at the profile of that, yeah, you see it's got these shoulders on it. And what that does, when it goes into the wood, like that, it splits the wood. Now that's a real labour intensive way to do it. And don't forget you would need something safe and something that's not going to fall over to split the wood on. So a big old tree trunk, something that's not going to damage the blade either when it goes through. So that's those. But ideally, you have a machine like this. Come a bit closer and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this is a hydraulic wood splitter. So you've got a big hydraulic ram underneath here and a blade just here. All of these have to be operated with 2 hands. So there's a handle to push down there, there's a button to press there. The reason for that is to make sure that you can't operate it whilst you've got your hands anywhere here. So basically what we're doing is taking the wood, lining it up. This is a little bit of wood to save a bit of time. Push it down, bosh. And just splits the wood like that, easy as that. So, just stack these over here. Good, so just rinse and repeat really, just lots of this. I won't bore you with it. A few nights ago, we went out to a really nice couple, really lovely couple. Went out for Christmas nibbles with them. And the old fella was telling me that when he was wooing his wife, he made a cassette mixtape. Now you have to be of a certain age to know what that is. I'm sure that, in the nicest way, I'm sure that we all know what a cassette mixtape is. So his wife said, I thought it was really romantic that he'd done that for me. All the love songs and so on. Anyway, she said when they packed up to move to France, probably 15, 20 years ago, they was packing up all their stuff, and she came across this mixtape. And she thought, oh, that's lovely. And then when she looked, it had some other woman's name on it. So he had done a mixtape for his previous girlfriend and forgotten to get rid of it. But I said to him, have you not heard of Tipex? But anyway, so that was awkward for him. Bless. Anyway, right, I'm going to get on with this and get splitting. Good. Okay. So that's all the wood stacked up. Mission complete there. Brilliant. The riddle of the day. So, the riddle was, Antony and Cleopatra are found dead on the floor next to some broken glass and some water. How did they die? They asphyxiated. Yeah. They asphyxiated because Antony and Cleopatra are goldfish. There you go. Brilliant. All right, so one thing I'd like to say is if you're thinking of coming to live in France, if you're already in France and struggling a little bit, you could do a lot worse. In fact, I 100% recommend you go and check out Escape to France Charente. Robbie and Lisa there and the kids, they're living it. And they've recorded it from day one. And you will learn more from that channel than probably 200 or 300 other channels combined. So, Escape to France Charente. There'll be a link in the description. Now what that means is underneath the video, just down here, there's the video description, and there'll be a highlighted link. So just press on that link and it will take you straight to their home page of their channel. Good, so do that. That'll be great. All right, so I'm going to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And if you'd like to give the video a thumbs up, that'd be great. Press the notification bell so that you know when there's new content. Share it on your socials, and maybe think about subscribing if you're not subscribed already. And all that leaves to say is mine, there you go, and I'll see you soon.